Now, let's get into a piece of the collagen puzzle that almost no one is talking about. Sulfur. Yes, sulfur. It might not sound glamorous, but this mineral is absolutely essential for maintaining the strength, flexibility, and resilience of your joints, ligaments, tendons, and skin. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Collagen isn't just a strand of protein. It's a complex network of interwoven fibers, and what holds those fibers together is sulfur. Sulfur enables cross-linking, which makes collagen firm, elastic, and durable. Without enough sulfur, collagen turns weak and fragmented, like a frayed rope instead of a strong cable. Let me give you an analogy. Imagine trying to build a suspension bridge without bolts. The cables are there, but without something to bind them, the structure collapses under stress. That's what happens when you lack sulfur. You have the collagen cables, but no bolts to hold them strong. So where do we get sulfur? One of the best natural sources is kale, especially organic dark green varieties. Kale is rich in glucosinolates, which are sulfur contaminant compounds that your body uses to make glutathione, your master antioxidant. Glutathione protects your connective tissue from oxidative stress, which otherwise breaks down collagen over time. Even more, kale contains methionine and cysteine, sulfur-based amino acids that act as raw materials for collagen formation. It's like giving your body the steel and rivets it needs to rebuild your joints from the inside. And get this, kale also supports your liver, which plays a central role in detoxifying chemicals that can inhibit collagen production. More on that in the next section. But for now, here's how to get the most out of kale. Massage it raw with olive oil and lemon juice to break down its fibrous texture and increase bioavailability. Steam it lightly if you have a sensitive thyroid. Kale is a goitrogen in raw, high amounts. Pair it with a sulfur cofactor like garlic or onions. This boosts overall sulfur absorption and liver function. There's another reason kale is ideal for aging adults. It's loaded with vitamin K1, which helps guide calcium into the bones and out of the arteries, reducing stiffness and protecting cardiovascular health, both crucial as we age. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that higher dietary intake of cruciferous vegetables, like kale, broccoli, and cabbage, was associated with significantly lower levels of inflammatory markers, which directly degrade collagen. So if you want to age pain-free, don't just think protein, think sulfur. Without it, your joints have nothing holding them together, no matter how much collagen you consume. And remember, the foods that build collagen also support your metabolism, liver, and hormones. The body is a network, not a set of isolated systems. That's why functional medicine focuses on root causes, not surface-level symptoms. By the way, if you're still watching, that tells me you're serious about fixing your health naturally. If this is connecting with you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I share daily videos like this to help you take control of your metabolism, mobility, and longevity without medication. Now that we've covered collagen structure and the importance of sulfur, let's take things deeper. If you've been told joint pain is just about aging or wear and tear, you're missing a huge piece of the puzzle. Your liver may be the hidden reason your body can't rebuild collagen. Here's why. Your liver is like the body's chemical processing plant. It filters toxins, metabolizes hormones, manages blood sugar, and, critically, it plays a direct role in collagen synthesis and repair. Now, let me explain this with a simple visual. Think of your liver as a construction site manager. Collagen building happens all over your body, in joints, ligaments, tendons, even your skin. But your liver is the one distributing the materials, clearing the debris, and signaling the workers to do their job. If your liver is overloaded with toxins, inflammation, or fat, that construction site slows to a crawl. Collagen can't be built, even if the raw materials are available. And for seniors, this is especially important. As we age, liver efficiency naturally declines. Add to that years of medications, processed foods, alcohol, and stress, and the liver becomes congested. A sluggish liver can't convert nutrients like vitamin A, C, zinc, or sulfur into the active forms needed for collagen synthesis. So, what's the solution? One of the most liver-healing vegetables is beetroot. Beets are rich in betaine, a compound that supports the liver's phase 2 detox pathways. They help thin bile, which allows toxins and excess hormones to be eliminated more efficiently. This reduces systemic inflammation and restores the liver's ability to manage collagen-supporting nutrients. But that's not all. Beets are also a rich source of nitrates, which convert into nitric oxide, a molecule that increases blood flow. Better circulation means more nutrients reach your joints, cartilage, and connective tissues, accelerating healing and tissue repair. And here's the bonus. Beets also contain vitamin C, magnesium, and folate, which support methylation, a process that controls inflammation, detox, and collagen gene expression. Let's turn this into a practical protocol. Juice raw beets, or add them to smoothies with lemon and ginger for a morning liver flush. Roast or steam beets with olive oil for a warming, anti-inflammatory side dish. Pair with leafy greens, like arugula or spinach, to support bile flow and nitrate synergy. According to a study in Nutrients Journal, individuals consuming nitrate-rich vegetables like beets had improved endothelial function, blood pressure, and nutrient delivery, all of which support the collagen-building process indirectly through enhanced circulation. But here's something few people realize. When the liver is sluggish, estrogen tends to build up. And excess estrogen, especially in postmenopausal women, can increase inflammation and contribute to joint pain, ligament laxity, and poor collagen integrity. Beets help the liver clear excess estrogen naturally. So if you want to rebuild collagen, you must unburden the liver. Otherwise, it's like trying to build a house while your crew is stuck in traffic. The materials are there, but the workers can't get to the job site. Remember, joint pain is often a downstream symptom of upstream dysfunction, and the liver is one of the most upstream systems in the body. Now, we've covered collagen structure, metabolic damage, sulfur, and detoxification. In the next section, we'll look at how inflammation actually destroys collagen and which vegetable can stop that damage at the cellular level. By the way, if you're implementing even one of these strategies, leave a comment and let me know. Small changes compound, and the fact that you're watching this shows you're ready to take ownership of your health. Let's talk about one of the biggest threats to your collagen that almost no one sees coming: chronic inflammation. Most people think of inflammation as something you feel, like swelling, pain, or redness. But there's a deeper, silent inflammation that lives inside your joints, blood vessels, and connective tissue, and over time, it literally dissolves your collagen from the inside out. Here's what's really going on. When your body is inflamed, whether due to insulin resistance, leaky gut, stress, or toxins, it begins producing chemicals called cytokines. Think of these like fire signals that tell your immune system to go into attack mode. In the short term, they're helpful, but when they stick around too long, they trigger enzymes like collagenase and elastase, which break down your body's own structural proteins. This is why people with chronic inflammation often experience joint pain, sagging skin, and loss of muscle tone. They're literally burning through their own collagen. So how do we stop this? One of the most powerful anti-inflammatory vegetables is red cabbage. Red cabbage is rich in anthocyanins, the same antioxidant pigments that give blueberries their deep purple color. These compounds have been shown in studies to inhibit inflammatory markers like TNF-alpha and IL-6, the same markers that accelerate collagen breakdown. Red cabbage also contains quercetin, a potent flavonoid that helps stabilize mast cells, which release histamine and worsen inflammation, and downregulates the enzymes that eat away at connective tissue. Let's turn this into a usable daily protocol. Eat red cabbage raw in salads. Shredding it finely unlocks more surface area for nutrient absorption. Fermented into sauerkraut, this creates probiotics that heal the gut, reduce inflammation, and enhance mineral uptake. Drizzle with apple cider vinegar and olive oil to enhance digestion and further support anti-inflammatory action. But there's more. Red cabbage also supports gut health, which is foundational to reducing systemic inflammation. Around 70% of your immune system is housed in your gut lining. So when your microbiome is unhealthy, your immune system becomes hyperactive, and that leads to more cytokines, more joint damage, and more collagen loss. This is why joint pain is not just a mechanical issue, it's often an immune and metabolic issue rooted in inflammation. In a 2022 study published in Frontiers in Nutrition, red cabbage extract was shown to suppress inflammatory responses in connective tissues, especially in conditions like osteoarthritis. It not only preserved existing collagen, but also supported new collagen synthesis in damaged cartilage. Now here's where this ties into aging. As we get older, our natural antioxidant production declines. That means we need more antioxidant-rich foods to offset the damage, and red cabbage delivers in a low-calorie, deeply healing package. So if you're trying to build collagen but still feel stiff, inflamed, or tired, your body might still be losing more collagen than it's making. That's the key to understand. You can't just focus on adding, you also have to stop the leak. So far, we've built a framework. Spinach gives you the ignition, vitamin C. Broccoli tackles insulin and inflammation. Kale provides the structural bolts, sulfur. Beets support your detox system, liver, and estrogen clearance. And red cabbage calms the internal fire, inflammation. Now, in our final course section, I'm going to share 2 additional vegetables that complete the collagen protocol and show you how to prepare and time them for maximum absorption and anti-aging benefit. We'll wrap it all together and give you an easy way to integrate this into your routine. We've covered the science, now it's time to get practical. If you're over 60 or even approaching it, your body's demand for collagen repair is rising fast. But the good news is, with the right foods and timing, you can stimulate collagen regeneration naturally every single day. Let's break down the 7 vegetables that support collagen from multiple angles and how to use them together in a real sustainable way. 1. Spinach, high in vitamin C and anti-collagenase phytonutrients like camphorol. Best prep, lightly steamed or blended in a morning smoothie with lemon. Timing tip, morning or lunch, vitamin C uptake helps with daytime repair and supports adrenal function. 2. Broccoli packed with sulforaphane and chromium to reduce insulin resistance and metabolic inflammation. Best prep, lightly steamed or sautéed with avocado oil. Timing tip, dinner helps blunt post-meal blood sugar spikes and support overnight repair. 3. Kale rich in sulfur, methionine, and vitamin K1 for bone, ligament, and joint health. Best prep, massage raw kale with olive oil and sea salt, or lightly steam if you have thyroid issues. Or if you think you have type CHE, start with PPE, spindle, and bonus. Add garlic or onions to enhance sulfur synergy. 4. Beetroot liver cleansing, nitric oxide boosting, and methylation supportive. Best prep, roast, steam, or juice fresh beets with lemon and ginger. Timing tip, morning or early afternoon to support daytime detoxification and energy. 5. Red cabbage, loaded with anthocyanins and quercetin to suppress joint-destroying inflammation. Best prep, raw in salads or fermented as sauerkraut. Bonus, combined with apple cider vinegar for extra digestive support. 6. Brussels sprouts, another cruciferous vegetable loaded with glucosinolates and vitamin C plus prebiotic fiber. Best prep, roast with olive oil and turmeric to enhance anti-inflammatory effects. Timing tip, lunch or dinner to stabilize blood sugar and support digestion. 7. Asparagus, an often overlooked vegetable that contains sulfur, glutathione precursors, and folate, essential for detox and connective tissue repair. Best prep, steamed or grilled lightly with grass-fed butter or ghee. Bonus, add pink salt and lemon for electrolyte balance and taste. Now, how do you turn this into a habit? There's a simple weekly protocol, the 2-2-2+1 rule. Pick 2 greens, like spinach and kale. Pick 2 crucifers, like broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Pick 2 detoxifiers, like beets and red cabbage, plus 1 specialty add-on, like asparagus or even garlic/onions. Rotate them daily. Eat at least 2 cups of these vegetables per day, ideally with healthy fats, to increase nutrient absorption. This isn't about perfection. It's about daily nourishment that turns back the biological clock 1 forkful at a time. Now, let me give you one more insight. Cooking matters. Overcooking destroys vitamin C, sulfur compounds, and delicate phytonutrients. Light steaming, gentle sautéing, or raw prep for cabbage and kale are ideal. And always include a bit of of fat. Collagen-supportive nutrients like vitamin K, A, and E are fat-soluble. Also, don't forget to pair this with collagen-rich protein sources like bone broth, wild salmon, grass-fed eggs, or organ meats, so your body has both the building blocks and the tools to assemble them. Think of this like gardening. The protein is the seed, and these vegetables are the soil, sunlight, and water that allow it to grow into strong, resilient connective tissue. If you've made it this far, you're not just interested in health, you're committed, and I want to honor that with one final section, a full recap of what we've learned, and a simple next step to help you start today. Let's wrap it up. Let's take a moment to recap what we've uncovered and why it matters. If you're over 60, joint pain, weak legs, and slow recovery aren't just signs of old age. They're signs that your collagen-building systems are under-serected. And collagen isn't just about joints. It's the glue that holds your entire body together, from your skin, bones, and ligaments to your blood vessels and gut lining. So we flipped the script. Instead of relying on expensive supplements or injections, we went back to the source, the metabolic and nutritional root causes of collagen law. And here's what we found. Collagen can't be absorbed in whole form. Your body has to build it. Insulin resistance silently accelerates joint breakdown. Sulfur-rich veggies provide the connective bolts to hold collagen fibers together. A sluggish liver chokes your body's ability to repair. Chronic inflammation literally eats away at your connective tissue. And certain vegetables, when eaten daily and prepared correctly, help reverse this process. We also walk through 7 collagen-supportive vegetables you can begin eating today. Spinach for vitamin C ignition. Broccoli for insulin and inflammation balance. Kale for sulfur, structure, and liver support. Beets for detox and nutrient circulation. Red cabbage for antioxidant firepower. Brussels sprouts for gut and glucose control. Asparagus for glutathione and joint-friendly folate. These aren't just good-for-you foods. They are biological tools, each one interacting with your body's chemistry to rebuild what time and inflammation have worn down. Now, here's my challenge to you. Pick any 3 of these vegetables. Eat 1 cup of each daily for 7 days. Pair them with healthy fat, clean protein, and hydration. Track how your body responds. Are your knees less stiff in the morning? Are your legs less sore after walking? Is your energy more stable throughout the day? These changes are subtle at first, but they compound because you're not just feeding your body, you're activating repair mode. If you got value from this video, give it a like and share it with someone who needs it. And if you're ready to keep learning how to rebuild your body from the inside out, naturally, without medications, subscribe and join this growing community. I post science-backed content daily to help you take control of your health one step at a time. Aging is inevitable, but how you age is a choice. Start with your plate. Let me ask you something. Are your knees starting to feel stiff when you stand up? Do your legs tire more easily these days? Maybe it takes just a little longer to get out of a chair, or you've started avoiding stairs. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And no, it's not just getting old. Here's what's really going on inside your body. As we age, our natural collagen production begins to decline, sometimes as early as our 40s, and even more rapidly after 60. Collagen is the structural protein that acts like scaffolding in your body. It holds your joints together, supports your ligaments and tendons, and keeps your skin, spine, and blood vessels strong and flexible. Without enough collagen, tissues become brittle, muscles weaken, balance suffers. And this is where the slippery slope of aging begins, not because you're lazy or unlucky, but because your body is losing its ability to repair itself from the inside out. But here's the surprising truth. You can rebuild collagen naturally without expensive powders or injections, simply by feeding your body the right vegetables. Yes, vegetables. Certain vegetables are uniquely rich in the vitamins, phytonutrients, and sulfur compounds your body needs to produce and protect collagen. And these compounds don't just support your joints, they also boost your metabolism, strengthen your bones, improve gut health, and even help you age pain-free. In today's video, we're going to break this all down. We'll cover 7 science-backed vegetables that every senior should eat daily to rebuild lost collagen, strengthen their legs, and restore mobility and energy. We're also going to talk about the root causes of poor joint health, including inflammation, insulin resistance, and liver stress. and how these vegetables help reverse those processes at the cellular level. Because aging is not just about getting older, it's about how you age. And what you do today shapes the health of your muscles, joints, and brain tomorrow. Before moving forward, let me clear one thing, that if you are here watching this video, watch this video till the end to the conclusion, because this video has a complete guide full of protocols and tools to live a healthy life without using medicine. If you're new here and you care about fixing your health from the inside out, not just masking symptoms, consider subscribing. I post content like this every single day, focused on metabolic health, longevity, and natural energy. A lot of people are taking collagen supplements, powders, pills, even collagen-enriched protein bars, expecting it to magically rebuild their joints, skin, or spine. But here's the physiological truth. Your body doesn't absorb collagen in its whole form. It has to break it down and then rebuild it internally using specific raw materials. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of collagen like a brick wall. You can't eat a brick wall and expect it to stick back together in your joints. What you need are the bricks, amino acids, the mortar, sulfur, vitamin C, zinc, and the workers to build that wall again correctly where your body needs it most, like in your knees, hips, spine, or ligaments. So when you eat collagen, your digestive system breaks it down into amino acids like glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. But to rebuild functional collagen in your joints or skin, your body must have the right cofactors. And that's where vegetables come in. Let's look at one standout vegetable that helps your body do this naturally: spinach. Spinach is rich in vitamin C, which is a non-negotiable nutrient for collagen synthesis. Without it, the enzymes that link amino acids into collagen fibers simply don't work. Vitamin C acts like an ignition switch in the collagen building process. It doesn't just help, it's essential. But spinach offers more. It contains phytonutrients like camphorol, a natural anti-inflammatory compound that protects collagen from being broken down by enzymes like collagenase, which become overactive with age, inflammation, and insulin resistance. Now, if you're over 60, your stomach acid levels may be lower, which affects how you break down protein into amino acids. So here's the protocol. Eat your spinach lightly steamed. This increases absorption of certain minerals without destroying the vitamin C. Pair it with a healthy fat like olive oil or grass-fed butter to improve absorption of fat-soluble phytonutrients. Combine it with a collagen source like bone broth or pasture-raised eggs to supply both the bricks and the cofactors. What the research shows is that dietary collagen alone has limited impact unless your body has the cofactors in place to use it correctly. In one study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, subjects who consumed a combination of collagen peptides and vitamin C showed significantly higher markers of collagen synthesis than those taking collagen alone. So rather than overloading on collagen powders, focus on supporting your body's internal collagen factories. These factories live inside your connective tissue cells, and they respond best when you feed them nutrient-dense vegetables daily. This is why seniors need to think differently. Your body's demand for collagen rises with age, but your capacity to produce it declines unless you actively support that system. The right vegetables can tip the scale back in your favor, and spinach is just the beginning. We've got 6 more coming that offer even more collagen-boosting compounds, some of which also heal the liver, reverse insulin resistance, and calm inflammation. If this is helpful so far, go ahead and hit the like button. It tells the algorithm this is content worth sharing, and it helps more people age without pain. Now let's move next, where we connect the dots between insulin resistance and joint breakdown and reveal the next vegetable that can protect your joints at the metabolic level. Here's a truth most doctors won't tell you. Joint pain isn't always a joint problem. In fact, one of the most common and overlooked causes of joint breakdown is insulin resistance. Let me explain. Insulin isn't just about blood sugar. It's also a growth-regulating hormone that affects tissue repair. When your cells become resistant to insulin, often from years of a high-carb, high-sugar diet, Your body struggles to shuttle nutrients like amino acids into muscle and cartilage cells. That means slower repair, more inflammation, and accelerated collagen loss. Now here's the kicker. Chronically high insulin levels activate enzymes that degrade collagen. One of them is called matrix metalloproteinase 1, MMP1, which literally breaks down collagen fibers in your joints and skin. So if you're insulin resistant, which many people over 50 are, even without a diabetes diagnosis, your body is likely destroying collagen faster than it can make it. That's why fixing your metabolic health is essential if you want to age pain-free. And one of the best vegetables for this is broccoli is a metabolic powerhouse. First, it contains sulforaphane, a compound that improves insulin sensitivity by reducing oxidative stress in your cells. In one study from the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, sulforaphane was shown to activate a pathway called NRF2, a master regulator of detoxification and antioxidant defense, which also plays a direct role in reducing joint inflammation. Second, broccoli is rich in chromium, a trace mineral that enhances insulin receptor function. Think of chromium as the key lubricant that helps insulin unlock the door to your cells more efficiently. And third, broccoli is low in starch and calories, but high in fiber, helping to stabilize blood sugar, reduce cravings, and support healthy gut flora, which also, here's your broccoli protocol. Steam it lightly to preserve sulforaphane and increase digestibility. Add a squeeze of lemon juice. The added vitamin C boosts collagen support. Eat it with dinner. Stabilizing your post-meal insulin levels can reduce overnight tissue damage. Now let's connect this back to collagen. When your insulin levels are balanced, the enzymes that break down collagen are suppressed, and your body can focus on repair. That's why so many people feel more joint stiffness after eating poorly. It's not just inflammation, it's metabolic stress. And here's something important to understand. Insulin resistance often develops silently with no obvious symptoms for years, but signs like belly fat, fatigue after meals, and joint stiffness can be subtle red flags. The good news, every time you choose a vegetable like broccoli over processed carbs, you're moving the needle back toward metabolic balance and preserving the collagen that keeps you mobile, strong, and pain-free. So we've now covered two key insights. Your body must build, not just absorb collagen, and insulin resistance quietly accelerates joint decay. But the next insight may surprise you even more. Your body cannot form strong collagen fibers without sulfur. And the next vegetable we'll explore is loaded with this often forgotten mineral. Before we move on, if you're finding this valuable, share it with someone who's struggling with joint pain or stiffness. Sometimes it's not about more pills, it's about better fuel.